Hey, hey. Hello, hello. All right. So, hey, Ophiuchus, let's make sure that I don't leave you guys out. I'm sorry you didn't get one yesterday, but I was kind of out of out of time, and I'm kind of looking to see how often Ophiuchus wants videos, and so I've kind of been doing one a week for you guys lately, unless I see more interaction that lets me know you guys want more. So if you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. But let's take a look at past, present, future, like I did for every other zodiac. I don't want to leave you guys out of that series. We get the King of Cups upright in the past. Big love. I feel like this could have been either there's gosh, instantly I thought of it as a father figure or grandfather figure, somebody that really loves Ophiuchus, will always love Ophiuchus, that watches over Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus might be missing this person, but this person is still, kind of like maybe a protective energy around Ophiuchus's life. That's really beautiful, actually. That's like a message from an ancestor. We got a Queen of Cups. It did come out in the reverse. It's interesting because this keeps showing up as like we have a feminine really missing a masculine energy, but I feel like definitely more like a father figure, not a relationship of romance. He's quite a bit older than she is. This looks more like father-daughter, which I would not normally think of it that way. Maybe the daughter has really shown up with the father's energy. If he was the king of the empire, he passed the mantle on to her, and she is the queen of the empire, but not feeling like either she's got what it takes to like move forward the same way her father would have wished or grandfather would have wished. I think in the past, this looks like Ophiuchus either was really spending more time missing somebody and even judging themselves and saying, I can't do this. I don't have the skill set to do what my father would have done. Something along those lines. And I'm thinking that the King of Pentacles sideways, you know what? I think Ophiuchus may have had somebody around them that was not particularly supportive, and that might have planted that idea. This feels like sometimes a jealous or less giving individual, somebody that's highly critical because they want a ton, but they pretend to be friendly and nice. I'm sorry, I know this is a very specific story, but that's what we've got on this. That past energy was difficult, is what it says for Ophiuchus. Was the crummiest shuffle ever. We have the Fool, we have the Moon, and we have the Nine of Swords, all sideways. I kind of think that part of Ophiuchus knew exactly what was going on. They knew that somebody was preying upon their, desire to do a really good job. They might have also, this could have been a partner. If Ophiuchus had a partner in the past that was actually not the most supportive of individuals, and maybe it was during a time when Ophiuchus could have really used some good support, especially if they were missing an ancestor or something, and it's like, wow, I really could have used a partner's support. But instead, that partner, even though Ophiuchus understood that partner might have been, I don't know, somehow jealous or adding distress, it was hard for Ophiuchus to determine what to do. Should I move further away from this partner? What would my ancestor have advised me to do? God, I wish I could talk to them right now to be like, should I stay with this person or not? What would my ancestor have told me? And I kind of think that all of that was Ophiuchus was thinking in their head about lessons that their ancestor had shared with them, and what would dad, what would grandpa advise me to do with this situation? I kind of think Ophiuchus knew that maybe they wanted to get away from a situation, but were struggling to do so. Universe, you want to weigh in on this? In fact, no. Let's get a message from the ancestors. How about that? Before we turn to the universe, since it starts out with an ancestor involved. Upskill, work, career, and crossroads. It's interesting because it says that what the ancestor might have been trying to convey is like, hey, Ophiuchus, anytime that Ophiuchus hits any kind of a roadblock, I didn't think about it this way, but that King of Pentacles sideways could have been not a partner to Ophiuchus, but could have been a work-related situation where Ophiuchus was like, I don't know, do I stay here? Do I move on? It's really stressing me out. What would my ancestor have said to me? What advice would they have given? And it says, you're always able to do something else in life. You can always change. You can always, if the only thing preventing you from moving into a different job is like, hey, what else should I learn here? Well, the beautiful thing is Ophiuchus has a beautiful mind. Ophiuchus can learn anything. If they want to change and not be in a stressed out environment with maybe somebody who's asking too much of them, not paying them very well, the message from the ancestors is, in your tree of life, Ophiuchus, you will do many, many things. You have a beautiful brain. You can absolutely change your circumstances. Use this as a motivation to gain some new knowledge, some new skills, and keep moving forward. The choice is always yours. You can do anything. I love that message. That's really beautiful. I love also the fact that it wasn't this wasn't about love after all. This was more about career path and Ophiuchus wondering what their path should be in life. And it's like an ancestor just says, your path is whatever you want it to be, and you can change it. It's going to have twists and turns. Look at this knotted up oak tree. Look at the way it swirls. Sometimes our branches are going to take a left turn and then a new little sprout is going to come off of that. It's okay. You don't have to just find one thing and stay in that lane. You can twist and turn too and change what you want to do. I love that. All right. In the present energy, we have a 7 of Swords for Ophiuchus. 7 of Swords is lies, obstacles, sometimes running away, sometimes we have the Moon. Okay, so Ophiuchus is questioning some things that don't quite add up, and they don't quite have all the information. They're a little confused by something. Queen of Pentacles upright. This still seems like it's more about matters of abundance, less about relationship after all, and more about matters of abundance. And I still think Ophiuchus is not, even in the present, they are asking themselves, like, I don't know, and what am I capable of? What can I do? I'm not sure that I could have success, or I'm not sure. I know there could be some unrealistic expectations Ophiuchus is putting on themselves as to what they should be able to automatically accomplish, or about what they would genuinely enjoy doing. There's a mixture between, do I want money or do I want happiness? Do I want to do a career that brings me great abundance? Because that would make me happy. But does the act of doing those things, would that make me happy? Now, we could apply this to anything. It doesn't have to be about career. It's just that Queen of Pentacles made me think of it in that context. Let's say this is about where Ophiuchus lives. Maybe it's like, well, I'm way overpriced. I'm paying too much for where I live. I'm not 100% being honest with myself that, what price tag do I put on loving the view out of my window every day and loving my environment versus not being stressed out about, how much I spend, or let's say it's more along the lines of, who cares if it's a place of status? Am I happy here? It just kind of feels like the question is being posed. Like Ophiuchus is not 100% clear yet on how they can choose the abundance that they want and the happiness that they want. And so it kind of looks like Ophiuchus has a little bit of, like, they just haven't put their finger on which is more important. 6 of Cups. Okay, so this could actually be about not a place to live and not about money, but more about a partnership. And Ophiuchus is wondering in their own mind, only because they haven't quite asked themselves the right question, perhaps at this moment. There might be more than one soulmate. Soulmates, we can have a multitude of. So perhaps Ophiuchus is in that that head and heart space of, there's somebody out there that they would actually be able to choose between. Who am I manifesting? What kind of a romantic partner do I want? One that makes sense and I care about them and we could be really successful together, or one that I'm deeply in love with? Which kind of soulmate do I want? It actually says that Ophiuchus is probably having 2 people come toward them, or will very soon. I mean, even here we have the 2 cats, right? And Ophiuchus is going to have to make that decision. And they're saying that they don't know which choice to make. But I kind of think because of that card, the 7 of Swords, it says Ophiuchus does know which choice to make. They do know which would be their preferred choice. 4 of Cups. It's about illusions. In the Ophiuchus's present energy, it's about breaking through some illusions so that they can get an answer. We have a 2 of Cups. The illusion that a 2 of Cups is either supposed to be our end all be all. I think that Ophiuchus basically could love two people at the same time for two different reasons in the present energy. And they're wondering, what do I do with this? And it kind of says, I mean, of course, only Ophiuchus can answer this, but when they get down to the truth of things, if they're genuinely confused about which version of life they would be living or which version of themselves they would be, exhibiting and sharing, depending on which choice they would make, then it becomes, well, which path do they want in life? Which relationship would they prefer? Where is their happiness going to be? Five of Cups, we keep seeing that Ophiuchus kind of wishes that they didn't have to make a choice. They don't want to have any missed opportunity. No one does. But it almost seems like if there has been a Two of Cups, somebody that Ophiuchus feels a profound connection to, but if that isn't coming together in the 3D and there's this Six of Cups, this other soulmate, and Ophiuchus is like, oh my gosh, am I going to be having to choose between somebody who's real and present and joyful and amazing, or somebody that my heart still really feels connected to, who the reason I say that this person, the Two of Cups, might not be in Ophiuchus's, close proximity is because on either side we're flanked by cards of regret and illusions. It almost feels like Ophiuchus is going to have a new choice to make with a new partner, or is sensing that, or is just contemplating that in the present energy. What should I do? Do I keep holding space for someone that isn't even with me, but that I love deeply? Will I feel like I'm missing out if I move forward with a completely different individual that I could love in a different way? The universe's contribution to that topic is Ten of Wands. Take the burdens off of the decision making. Sometimes, holding oneself back from happiness might not be the best plan. Trying to make a decision based off of which am I going to miss more might not be the right choice, because in truth, sometimes in life, what we think is going to happen isn't even the way it's going to go. What if Ophiuchus goes ahead and says, well, if the Two of Cups person isn't in my life right now, but I've met this amazing soulmate and I love them in a different way, let me grow and build with them. Ophiuchus could wind up madly in love, more so with that soulmate person, and forget all about the Two of Cups. Or perhaps things take a twist and a turn, and you never know how relationships are going to evolve, how situations are going to evolve. It could be that Two of Cups person, Ophiuchus could bump into them years later and it's like, wow, they evolved into a totally different person than who I remembered. I would never pick them. Thank God I didn't wait and pass on an amazing soulmate. It just says to lay down burdens instead of feeling like, it almost feels like Ophiuchus is saying, I don't want to let go of, isn't love faithful and true and patient and kind? So shouldn't I keep holding on to the idea of a Two of Cups? And this just says Ophiuchus is allowed to live a good life without feeling like they've somehow thrown away opportunities, particularly if they've been holding space for someone or something that isn't even present. It feels like it's been quite a conundrum. Is this a test where I'm supposed to just stay single all this time until I can be with the Two of Cups, or do I move forward with somebody new? And the universe's message is lay down fear, guilt, shame, remorse, and make decisions without the burdens of what if I make a mistake? What if I do wrong? What if? And it also kind of says close out chapters and cycles so that you can just be in the present and make a decision based off of the information that is currently surrounding Ophiuchus, or even based off of the person or people that are currently around Ophiuchus. All right, and what is in the upcoming future? The World card and the Temperance, so much more peace, possibly love, even marriage. But I do feel like this is the switch in, it could be unexpected, who Ophiuchus actually ends up marrying. It could go either way, still it's all up to Ophiuchus, but this says embracing the next year like a fresh start with the World card, and being more peaceful in all things, and maybe dealing with things that are directly in front of Ophiuchus, things that they can make choices on. We have a King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could be very prominent in Ophiuchus's upcoming life. We have the Seven of Swords. We have hope and reflection scratched in here. There's some kind of like, in the upcoming future, there's the acceptance that I can only deal with what is actually here in my own world that I have influence over. And now I'm at peace with that. Now here comes some serious truth, and here comes some truth over over a lie. So we could have a character entering into Ophiuchus's world who has some truth to speak to them. Five of Swords in the reverse and Ace of Swords upright. You know, I gotta say, all of this looks like Ophiuchus is letting down a lot of stress and embracing a lot of just like facts and things that they can, latch onto that actually take direct meaning in their life, and they can quantify it and they can tally it up. And this is fact. This is what I can actually deal with. This is all clicking and making sense. Whomever is coming forward to speak a truth to Ophiuchus in the upcoming future, they want to not have conflict. So there could be a huge resolution of conflict in the upcoming future. But I also see clarity for Ophiuchus over what they want to do. I think they want to be in good standing with this person. Is this a person that they love and marry? Quite possible. Someone who they previously had conflict with or previously did not know, what to do. This is Ophiuchus having clarity and moving forward, and so much more like understanding that the path I want to take in my life is a path that does not give me huge stress. I don't want to choose angst. I don't want to choose drama. I want to choose clarity, truth. People who speak truth to me is very nice energy. The universe weighs in and says that Four of Pentacles, I don't think Ophiuchus will ever not still remember whatever they dealt with in the past. But we don't have to let something go. We can keep our memories and grow from those memories. Literally, sometimes our past it holds important messages and important lessons. So hold on to the golden gems of our past and make it the fuel that propels us forward into this Hierophant energy. We keep seeing Ophiuchus has a marriage on the horizon in the future, but also this huge sense of like enlightenment, ascension. They know what they believe in now. They know where they want to be. I kind of think that Ophiuchus is going to be choosing the correct partner for themselves, for a lifestyle that will be so much happier, so much more loving than what they have known with that stress previously. That's actually really, all of it just felt really soothing and like coming to conclusions and being a really great decision maker. That's what this storyline was to me again and again. All right. Thank you for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye, guys.